Welcome to my channel English Story. Today my topic is Hajjaj bin Yusuf. Hajjaj bin Yusuf al-Thaqafi, 661 to 714 CE, was one of the most powerful and controversial figures in early Islamic history. His career as a governor and military commander during the Umayyad Caliphate left a lasting legacy, both as a ruthless administrator and as an efficient, though feared, enforcer of the Caliphate's authority. Early life and origins. Hajjaj bin Yusuf al-Thaqafi was born in 661 CE in the city of Ta'if, in present-day Saudi Arabia, into the Thaqif tribe. His early life is not well documented, but it is believed that he came from a modest background and worked as a clerk. He was educated in the Arab traditions and developed a reputation for being intelligent and hard-working. Despite his humble beginnings, Hajjaj showed an early aptitude for leadership and organization. His early association with the Umayyad administration began when he served under Ziyad ibn Abihi, the governor of Iraq, where his skills were recognized. This connection helped propel him into positions of greater influence within the Umayyad state. His rise through the ranks was also due to his loyalty and efficiency in carrying out orders. Second, rise to power. Hajjaj's pivotal moment came when he caught the attention of Abdul Malik ibn Marwan, the Umayyad Caliph, who saw in him the qualities of a strong administrator and military leader. Abdul Malik appointed him to important military and governmental posts, with a particular focus on Iraq, a crucial region that required a firm hand. His success in these positions was due in part to his strict adherence to law and his ability to deal with dissidents effectively. He was known for his ruthless methods, but also for his organizational talent, which allowed him to stabilize turbulent regions. His rise was facilitated by his military prowess and administrative acumen, as well as his ability to suppress various uprisings and rebellions. Over time, Hajjaj gained significant power, becoming the governor of Iraq and wielding considerable influence over the eastern territories of the Umayyad Caliphate. Third, governorship of Iraq. In 694 CE, Hajjaj was appointed as governor of Iraq, a highly strategic and volatile region. Iraq was home to many political and religious tensions, particularly with the Shia and Kharijites, who opposed Umayyad rule. The region also saw frequent uprisings and unrest. As governor, Hajjaj implemented harsh measures to maintain control. He was known for his iron-fisted rule, executing or exiling anyone he considered a threat to the regime. Despite his cruelty, he also oversaw significant infrastructure improvements, including building fortifications, canals, and roads, which helped secure his grip on power. His ability to suppress dissent and maintain stability in Iraq earned him both fear and admiration, but also made him a deeply divisive figure. Fourth, repression of rebellions and opponents. Hajjaj's tenure in Iraq was marked by brutal repression against any form of resistance. The Kharijites, a group that believed in a more radical interpretation of Islam and opposed the Umayyads, were a particular target. Hajjaj dealt with them by crushing their revolts mercilessly, often resorting to mass executions and torture. He also cracked down on Shia groups, persecuting those who opposed the Umayyad caliphs. His most infamous actions included the execution of several prominent religious figures and political dissidents. Hajjaj's approach was to instill fear in the population making an example of anyone who defied his rule. His reputation for cruelty spread far beyond Iraq, and he became known for his tyrannical governance and uncompromising stance against any form of dissent. 5. Centralization of power and administrative reforms. One of Hajjaj's key achievements was the centralization of authority in Iraq, which had long been a region of tribal fragmentation and local autonomy. He worked to bring all aspects of governance, from taxation to military recruitment, under direct control of the Umayyad Caliphate. He reformed the taxation system, ensuring that revenues flowed efficiently into the central treasury. His efforts included restructuring the army and appointing loyal officials to ensure his policies were implemented consistently. Hajjaj also encouraged the standardization of Arabic as the administrative language, helping to unify the diverse regions of the Caliphate. His administrative skills extended to the minting of coins, which were issued with inscriptions promoting Islamic unity. Through his reforms, Hajjaj laid the groundwork for a more centralized bureaucratic state. 6. Religious and legal reforms. Hajjaj's rule also had a significant impact on the religious and legal landscape of the Umayyad Caliphate. He was a staunch supporter of Sunni Islam and took measures to suppress the Shia and other dissenting groups. He supported the establishment of legal schools that would help standardize Islamic jurisprudence. Under his leadership, he helped promote the development of hadith, sayings of the Prophet Muhammad, collections, ensuring they were recorded and disseminated as part of the state's religious framework. He also emphasized the importance of Arabic as not just a language, but as a unifying cultural and religious symbol. His religious reforms were often harsh, as he sought to ensure that any deviation from what he considered orthodox Islam was stamped out. 7. Conflict with other factions. Throughout his tenure, Hajjaj faced opposition from a variety of factions, including local tribal leaders and religious dissidents. His centralization efforts antagonized many, particularly the influential Banu Hashim family, which was closely related to the Prophet Muhammad. His policies were also opposed by the Abbasid movement, which eventually led to the downfall of the Umayyads. Hajjaj was involved in several military campaigns to put down uprisings, but his iron rule ultimately created widespread resentment. His harsh treatment of rival factions, particularly the Shia and Kharijitis, made him enemies both within the Caliphate and beyond. Despite this, Hajjaj's ability to suppress rebellion and maintain control over Iraq ensured his position within the Umayyad establishment. 8. Death and removal from power. By 714 CE, Hajjaj's health began to deteriorate, and his rule became less effective. Caliph Sulayman ibn Abdul Malik, his former ally, removed him from his post as governor of Iraq, citing his worsening health and the growing opposition to his rule. Hajjaj was recalled to Damascus, the Umayyad capital, and lived in relative obscurity for the final years of his life. His death in 714 CE marked the end of his direct influence over the administration of the empire. Despite his removal, his legacy continued to shape the political and military landscape of the Islamic world for years to come. 9. Legacy and impact. Hajjaj bin Yusuf's legacy is one of both admiration and infamy. On the one hand, he is recognized for his administrative brilliance, his ability to centralize power, and his efficiency in managing one of the largest and most diverse empires of the time. He also played a key role in the development of the Islamic State and in promoting Arabic as a cultural and administrative language. On the other hand, his reputation for tyranny, marked by widespread executions and persecution, left a lasting stain on his legacy. His harsh methods of governance, including the brutal repression of rebellions and dissenting religious factions, made him one of the most feared and hated figures in early Islamic history. Despite the controversies, his impact on the Umayyad Caliphate and the broader Islamic world cannot be understated, as his reforms played a significant role in shaping the course of Islamic governance.